Hello. A quick introduction about myself. I am Peter, a humanitar, as they call me. A human look-alike robot. My voice is generated using complex artificial intelligence algorithms. The text is written down and given to me, and I read it using a lip-sync algorithm. I may not be perfect, but I will improve over time as I keep learning. Please bear my pronunciation. There are many colleagues of mine whom you may also see from time to time. They will also work in the same manner. Bye for now. And happy listening. Hi. Here are some interesting facts about a wide-body aircraft landing in Antarctica. This information is brought to you by the infodiggers.com. The people who rediscover information for you. It's the infodiggers.com. A high-fly Airbus A340-300 landed on an ice runway in Antarctica on November 2, 2021. The aircraft flew from Cape Town to Antarctica and back in one day. The 18-year-old Airbus A340-300 with the registration code 9HSOL landed on a blue glacial ice runway, marking the first time an A340 ever landed in Antarctica. While aircrafts do fly over Antarctica every day, this flight was special because never before had such a large passenger aircraft landed on an ice runway anywhere in the world. As I speak, you see some breathtaking pictures of the event. These pictures come to you courtesy from 1mileatatime.com. Never before has such beauty of Antarctica been captured on camera. The flight was special as the entire information was recorded by the crew. Now, let us see where did this airplane land on the Antarctica continent. For this, I take the help of Google Earth. And let us choose a city in India, say Hyderabad. Here is Rajiv Gandhi International Airport, Hyderabad, India. Let me zoom in and mark this position. We now go over to Antarctica. I have already marked the Airbus landing spot. Now, if I join these two locations, I get the shortest distance, which is a little over 11,000 kilometers. You can see the landing location relative to India. It is way down south and slightly to the west. You may also recollect Dakshin Gangotri was the first scientific base station of India situated in Antarctica, part of the Indian Antarctic program. It is located at a distance of 2,500 kilometers north from the South Pole. Incidentally, this landing site was only about 130 kilometers away from Dakshin Gangotri. Let us see the flight path of the high-fly Airbus that day. The flight took off from Cape Town, South Africa, and traveled more than 4,200 kilometers to reach the landing spot in Antarctica. The flight time was around 5.5 hours. The plane returned the same day after a 3-hour halt in Antarctica. Our team came across this beautiful video of the high-fly Flight 801 from Cape Town to Antarctica that took place on November 2, 2021. Enjoy the video. The video has been uploaded by Hi-Fly Airways and the link is shown in the video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.
So here we are in the cabin of 9 Hotel Sierra Oscar Lima. It's an A340-313 high gross weight 340, and it's 6:30 in the morning, and our destination will be blue ice runway in Antarctica, the Fang. The distance is around 2,500 nautical miles, and the flight time on the way down, around 5 hours and 5 minutes. It is of course a very important moment. It's the first time an A340 is landing in Antarctica. I'll have the pleasure to do this landing myself.
Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your commander speaking. My name is Carlos Mirpuri. I'm very proud to be in charge of this flight, the very first flight of an A340 to Antarctica. We expect to depart from runway 01, and the conditions en route are fantastic, and I do hope you enjoy the flight with us.
Thank you, Whiskey Charlie 3, right, Moonraker 801, runway 01, clearing in for takeoff, and service 4 10 green 1 0 left. Have a great flight, bye-bye.
Flex 53 SRS. Runway, auto thrust blue. Check. 100. Check. Rotate.
Operating to a blue ice runway, as we are going to operate today, requires a whole different way to approach this mission. One of the most important parts for sure is to make sure that we plan with regards to the highest safety concerns. We run a very comprehensive safety risk assessment. Our flight operations department has done an impeccable job in planning, preparing, and now we're going to execute this operation. We've passed the midpoint between Cape Town and Fang. So our present position is south 60 degrees, east 012 degrees. And that means that we are 783 miles approximately from our destination. And we will be landing in approximately 1 hour and 50 minutes. We have just seen some icebergs just a while ago. And we just got the latest weather report, which beats the forecast. The winds are from the south, skies are clear, temperature is -15, and the horizon is good, and the contrast is good. This is a very important additional report that we receive because whiteout conditions are very uncomfortable for approach.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your commander again. Just about to start our descent to Fang.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for landing.
1,000.
407.
300.
300 feet.
110.
250.
70. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Time a 340 lands in Antarctica. This is history.
Welcome to Fang. We have just landed on runway 175, and we are now approaching our parking position. And I would like to thank you very much for being part of this memorable event, and look forward to see you again soon. Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Wow,
Very nice. Very nice. Obrigado. Gostas.
Operating to a blue ice runway, a whole different way to approach this mission. First, there is no ground support equipment down there. That means there is no air start or a ground power unit. the 340 is capable to perform this mission with enough fuel to go down and up back to Cape Town. And there's all sorts of concerns that surround a mission like this, because there is no approach navigation aids or visual aids to support the approach. So it's basically landing on an air club with a very long runway built on blue glacial ice. And the markings that we have that will mark the edges of the runway, the threshold, the touchdown zone, the beginning and the end. Not only you have to ensure that your dispatch deviations are different from the standard flight, that means you cannot tolerate certain things with the airplane, or its braking capability or deceleration means, and also that when you approach an airfield, which is basically a visual airfield like it is in Antarctica, you need to ensure that the weather is good so that you can operate safely. We only launch this operation when the weather is perfectly fine for what we need to do down there. Welcome to Fang. We've landed on runway 17. The weather is perfect here. We had some strong winds up to about 1,000 feet on final approach. Then they rotated and calmed down, so we landed it almost straight down the runway, headwind of about 7 knots. And the braking was as expected, as the old say, it's plan as you fly as you plan. First A340 in Antarctica.